outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to that.
Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Green Wave! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Rice's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Matthews. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And they'll knock him down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That's caught. It's Richardson.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Again, it's Brown. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there.
Maybe some room here. And finally, out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. A run for the quarterback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. Here's Brown. They get him on the ground some punches. Second and goal for this offense. They're working that left side. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's third and goal. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Here comes the option. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Owls in a good spot here with second and short. The play action fake. Unleashes one. Grabbed over the middle. It's Falk. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on first and 10 from the 47. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. Really strong performance so far to be in the first period as we look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There's a crease. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. From the gun, running back gets the give. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And this one is perfect. This is now a 7-point game. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. on the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go right back to him. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
What a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's reeled in. It's Lewis. Quick step and go. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Greenway! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. 2 of it to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Rice makes his way onto the field to get things going on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Calls his own number. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try to capitalize on this field position.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Quarterback keeper. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Just threw that one way too far.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll toss it. He is not going to get there. Stop short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll pull it down and run. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
And man, this is not the plan that they drew up defensively. Like trying to get stops, trying to get them off the field. They finally get them to a third down situation, and they still can't execute. So slow start for this defense. They better find some answers because they've already dug themselves a hole.
They're dealing with a second and long. Bringing the heat. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. It's a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's the Nittany Lions looking to make it 5 straight wins. And they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
On this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Defensive holding and automatic first down for this offense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Goes to the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Motion from the wide receiver. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the option. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right?
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll try the run. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Guys, down here on the Tulane sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Got it behind the line. It's Richardson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Running inside. It's Brown. Makes it past the marker. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I don't think people realize how fast windows close in sports, man. Like, it happens so fast. It looked like the QB thought he had some space, was going to go get the first down, but you got to love the speed of the defense, corralling him quickly and stopping him short of the first down.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to Brown. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. One more time, it's Brown. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is
decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. Just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. They give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Going for the marker on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Here's Brown to begin the drive.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play.
It's a seam wide open. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tulane. Once he got some room, it was over. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Rice rushes to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Looking long. He's got it. Ripped off the huge chunk. All the way to the 31-yard line. The Owls are moving quickly down the field. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run it on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just
now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. He's looking to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
The lead like they have here in the 4th quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run the counter. Powers through the defender. Got a little grass. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Tulane using that big run to generate momentum. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollard.